What's going on, everybody? Make sure you drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, drop a comment what kind of videos you want to see come to the channel next, and we're going to jump right into it. But make sure you drop a like, helps the algorithm push the videos. And I just got back from me and a buddy of mine took a trip out to Maryland, met up with a couple other buddies of ours, and went to Collector's Corner, excuse me. And they were running a bit of a thing going on Friday night. They're putting out 50 new boxes. Now, it was short boxes is kind of roughly how the math comes out. Not 50 long, I don't think. It didn't look like 50 long. Quick math team, more like, 25 long-ish. Give or take, maybe a little more. Either way, and everything's going out for $2. But if you bought 100 books, you got them for $1. I didn't buy 100 books, but I got them for $1 because me and my buddy bundled our stuff together just to make it easy. And we'll jump right into it. So we'll start off with see what I found and let you know a bit of information about their future sales at the end of the video. But we'll jump in straight off. One of the better finds was a Guardians of the Galaxy number 1/100 Alex Ross ratio variant. Pick this up. Wow, how do you leave that behind? I mean, it's a 1/100 ratio for $1. Why not? Then we've got Hellboy, The Corpse, number 1. Mike Mignola, great read if you haven't read The Corpse. One of my more favorite of the Hellboy miniseries. So we got X-Men 186, Life Death, Part 1. They're adapting that into X-Men 97 this week. And it's also Forge's first cover. And we got the second part of Life Death as well. I usually pick up these X-Men when I see them when they're nice looking in the dollar bin. After a little beat up, I'll just leave them because they printed so many of these in this era of X-Men, late 80s, especially in the 90s. And then we got 184, first appearance of Forge. Great little legacy character there. 197, excuse me, the classic JRJR Doctor Doom cover. Then Secret Wars 3s, couple of these just because you can always build this set and they always sell. So whenever you see any of these floating around, always pick them up. X-Men, or also known as X-Men Legacy at the time, 214. First appearance of Miss Sinister. She is like a clone of Mr. Sinister. So that's kind of his shtick. Punisher 16 is another thing I always like to build sets of. All the Frankencastle stuff, always worth picking up in the dollar bin. Especially the variants are super tough, and some of them definitely cost a bit of money on the secondary market. So you find them in the dollar bin, it's probably worth picking up. And also a Punisher book. Lenticular variant to, what is this, 214, something like that? 218. This is the first time the Punisher dons the War Machine armor. Well, it's first cameo of Punisher in the War Machine armor. The Lenticular variant's a lot easier to find, though. Doesn't have a whole lot of value. But for $1, I'll pick it up, because Lenticulars like this always sell, and it's sort of a key issue. But the regular A cover is still, $20 or more. Avengers West Coast 63, first appearance of Living Lightning. I keep on saying I'm going to get a new setup, but I really am. I'm figuring it out. Over 100 videos later, I'll figure out how to prop the books up. I'm always changing it up, trying to find new ways to really make it work. But it's not a comics video if it's stuff's not falling. But first, Living Lightning. He's a nice little legacy character. I got 2 of those. Then we got a really, really random indie book by Broadway Comics, Knights of Broadway. Now, you're probably like, why would you buy this? Well, it was signed by Shooter, and there is a little cert on the back. Certificate of authenticity, 1638 is that cert number. So I figured a Shooter Cinchers for $1. I'll roll the dice on that. Why not? Then we got X-Men 170, classic Morlocks issue. 167. Classic cover. I always sell those. Those sell quick. Hulk 372. This is the return of the Green Hulk. Kind of an important book for that era of comics. X-Men 165. Then we got X-Men 450. Now this needs to get out of this bag. This bag's a little bent. But that is the first ever meeting of X-23 and Wolverine. So that's a bit of an important key for a more recent legacy character. Someone who's definitely brought stuff into the fold more and more over the years, and obviously she's known for being Wolverine's sort of daughter, and there it is. That's their first meeting in comics, so that's exciting. Then we got Luke Cage here for hire at number 13. I always pick these up when I see them for a buck. You know, Bronze Age, 20 center, Marvel books. Why not? I'll roll the dice on them. And then I feel like this book just came out, but Boris Karloff by Gold Key. I don't think these are reprints of the old Boris Karloff Tales of Mysteries. I think these are your new stories, number 2. So I think that just came out. So I don't know if that's supposed to be in the bins, but I grabbed it because why not? So that's some of the stuff I'm probably going to not keep, but this is the stuff that I probably might be, I don't know, keeping. We're going to kick that off with All-Star Western number 11. Now, I was hoping to find a 10, but no 10, but I will still take the second appearance of Jonah Hex any day. It's also his first cover appearance. Now, look, it's not a near mint copy. It's definitely been loved, but for $1, I'm by no means complaining. Love to find a 10. I'm sure they pulled that, but this has some value to it as well. One of the better pickups of the night. Bump number 2, if you saw my video, if you haven't already, go check it out, of the New Jersey Comic Expo, One Day Comic Expo that just went on in Cherry Hill. I picked up issue 3 of this. Now I got issue 2, and I guess I'm back on the run. It's funny, I haven't looked at these for forever because the Fangoria books can be kind of tough. I don't say forever, they're not that old, but the Fangoria books can be kind of tough, lower print runs, and I picked them up back-to-back weekends, so I'm not mad at that at all. And it was just cool. Something cool to pick up. Then we got issue 70 of the Submariner. Now, there's a little stack of Bronze Age Submariners, and this is first appearance of Piranha, who is, I guess, a recurring Submariner villain, semi-recurring. Max 19, make sure, again, if you haven't checked that out already, I've got a whole video breaking down Max's history and all the comics that make up that history, and I do believe that issue was brought up at least once. Submariner number 51, another one of those guys, and then 54, which is the first appearance of Lorvex, who is like an Atlantean barbarian type character, if I remember. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's awesome. Books are falling. They're going on the wrong stacks. Number 62. That's just nothing special about that, but it's a run filler and pretty nice shape for what it is for a buck. I'm not complaining. We got first Blackfire, Starfire's sister, nice little Makey. I actually think I have one of these, so I don't need to keep these. This I thought I had, but according to my CLC, I don't. And gorgeous Neil Adams cover. And a Kevin Marlowe, which is appreciated. The Saga of Ra's al Ghul, number 4, by Danny O'Neill and Neil Adams. Gorgeous. It's really hard to sell with the Mylar, but gorgeous Neil Adams cover. Absolutely spectacular. So, for some reason I thought I had this already, but according to my CLC, I do not. Border Worlds, number something. Is this one shot? Is this the number 1? I don't know. I'm not sure, but it caught my eye. Why not? There was 2 random indie books that I'd never seen before that caught my eye. One I grabbed, one of them I didn't, and my buddy picked it up. It turned out to be a good little key, so something to put in the little memory bank. Dark Horse Presents, number 11. Now, there's another one where, like, I don't think 10 was in there, but if 10 was in there, it would have been a great find. This is second appearance of the Mask. At the point in time, they called him, like, Mask as in, like, Mask and Red Death, not M-A-S-K. But he'd be reinvented into the Jim character, Mask. So, same character, put those, though. But this is his second appearance, so that's kind of cool. Then we've got number 33, which has a great Mr. Monster cover there. Kind of caught my eye. Another cool Mr. Monster issue. Some stories I haven't read before. Then we have Creatures on the Loose. So these were great Man-Wolf space stories. And again, for a buck, even if I didn't even look if I had these or not. I do think I needed all these issues, but even if I didn't, it doesn't matter. I just started knocking them down. Just why not for a buck? Then we've got Detective Comics for $5.99. Now, you're probably like, why are you buying just the random Detective Comics? You know, they probably printed a gajillion of those. Really easy book, and it is. It is an easy book, but I still pick it up when I see it because this is first appearance of Henry Ducard, one of the guys that trained Batman in his years. He was, off and missing. And actually, today, the day I'm recording this, Batman turns 85. So, I believe this is the day that Tech 27 came out. So, or the week or whatever, maybe. Whatever you want. So, kind of funny, but I think that's an important book. I don't think it's going to garnish much value, but I do think it has opportunity to become a more expensive comic, if you ask me. That's just me. Then we're moving on to Submariner number 57, first appearance of Venus in the Bronze Age. Her last appearance was in the early 50s in the Golden Age. So return her into comics. And then rounded off the Submariners with issue 72, the last issue of the run. And if you know a thing or two about this book, you know that this is an unofficial Marvel DC crossover because there's an issue of Aquaman, which I had on my wall at some point. I don't know where it is now. It might be back there. I can't tell. But there's an issue where Aquaman's fighting this big, like, muck monster. Well, at the end of the issue, he punches him. He goes flying up. And at the beginning of this issue, he comes landing down, and Namor fights the same muck monster. So it's a fun little sort of crossover, unofficial crossover. It's kind of neat. Little novelty. So it's cool to have both those books. Boom. Then we got Captain America 172. Nice 20-cent Captain America for $1. I'm not mad at that at all. 25-cent Avengers 138. Just a random issue I didn't already have. Here's a nice enough shape that I grabbed it. JLA 147, which is a JSA crossover. And 148, which I believe finishes off the storyline. So always grab these JSA, JLA crossovers, because why not? Then a nice run of Kazar. Ran out that second volume of Kazar. Great villains. Fun nonsense stories. Good artwork in this run, too. So there's a nice nugget of these. At least ones that I needed. So, boom. And we're knocking stuff over. And we got number 3 just to round the Kazar stuff out. And then another, like, Marvel 2-in-1 number 3. Just an older 25-cent book caught my eye. It's a nice enough shape. Number 18. I don't have this issue. Although I think I've read it. But, you know, Scarecrow caught my eye. Cap 176. Cap kind of throwing down the costume there. Amazing Heroes 137. This awesome Flash Gordon cover. And it's got some, you know, stuff going on inside of there. The Best Dark Horse presents volume number 1. This was, came out in 1989, trade paperback. A little bit of a low print run. I don't really see this one too often. This is Garnish of value. I'm not sure. I haven't looked. But I picked it up. The back's got a cool little, like, mountain mural of some of the characters that reoccur in the series. There's Mask there. There's Mr. Monster. And, you know, some other classic characters. And, of course, on the front, you got Concrete popping out of wherever that is. Wherever they are. And then the last 3 books we're going to round it out with Sad Fury and his Howling Commandos number 15. There's another one. If you haven't seen my Sergeant Fury video, go check that. I did a whole breakdown of his history and all the books that make that up. Spectator Spider-Man number 5. First appearance of the Hitman. First full appearance of the Hitman. And it is his first cover appearance as well. He does issue 4 have a bit of a cameo at the end. But he's not on the cover of that. And he's all the way in this book. So it's his first full appearance. And then to round it all off, another one of the better books. Sorry for the cut there. But the better book that I picked, one of the better books I picked up was Marvel 2-in-1, number 5, which is the second appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy ever in comics. It is also the first meeting crossover with Captain America. So, not too shabby. Overall, picked up some solid stuff. Nothing too crazy. Am I going back for their next one? Because they announced after the show that they did really well. And that they're going to start doing this sort of sale every 3rd Friday. Now, if you're in the area, that's great. That's awesome. If it was a half an hour from my house, I'd probably be all in. But it's kind of an hour and a half-ish drive for me. So I'm not 100% sure if I will be returning for the next one. I found some good stuff. I didn't find anything that really blew my mind. But I think it was still worth traveling out there. I still appreciate the sale nonetheless. I'm just unsure if once a month I'm willing to make that the 3-hour round trip for, you know, okay stuff. Solid dollar pickups. But again, nothing too crazy. Although I do know guys in the room that picked up some nice stuff as well. So there was definitely finds to be had. I'm just unsure how I feel about going about the whole monthly thing. Either way, I'm not too mad at it. So if you enjoyed, follow me here on Facebook and Instagram for more daily content. I believe this is either coming out Wednesday or it's coming out Sunday. Either way, alternating. Either it's already out or it's coming out on Sunday. There should be, or on Wednesday, there should be the second part of the Comic Office Tour. If you haven't seen the first part, it's one of my more latest videos that got garnished, you know, some, I don't want to say hype, but, you know, got some engagement, I guess. So, hopefully you guys enjoy the second part of that. I'm diving into more like the sign stuff, all the boxes that are behind the camera, some of the stuff over here, some stuff over there, and then maybe I'll do another video going into the basement comic rooms and toy rooms and stuff like that. But I'm not sure. I haven't decided how I want to do that just yet. But like I said, if you haven't followed me already, follow me here on Facebook and Instagram for more daily content. I post up every single day for all 3 platforms. I got shorts coming up all the time. And, you know, of course, drop a subscription, drop a like, drop a comment. What videos you want to see me do next? I got a Dave Stevens video coming out soon. Hopefully, I got a Marvel DC crossover video hopefully coming out soon. And some other fun stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. Everything is linked down in the description. Until next time, peace.